ladies and gentlemen, guys, please welcome Seven Kilasio. Namaste.
Hi everyone, good morning. Hello Owen, good morning everyone. Thank you so much Hakbang for inviting Chakra Yoga Studio. So I'm representing Chakra Yoga Studio, and then as a start of their first day for the Hakbang Hackathon, we will be having a mindfulness yoga class for this morning. It's a very short, and actually you can do this at home. Like even you can do it before bedtime or upon waking up. It's just very, very short and very, very simple. And the poses that we will be doing are very, very familiar as well. So I call this the mindfulness class because we don't need to really move so much for this. What we just need to do is just sit, find a space, an area that we can practice. Of course, it should be make sure that it's silent, and then we could really have find time in going inward because we all know that what had happened for the past 100 days or more than 100 days really affected everyone. And I know that many of us really are having problem with the mental health. So right now I ask you to join with me for this class, and then if ever that you have questions, you can actually message Chakra Yoga Studio on our page, or you can actually PM me, or perhaps you can ask Hakbang for any questions. And then also, we will be having 3 more yoga classes for tomorrow, the next 2 days. So I hope to see you also on those classes. I will be joining my other co-teachers. So I think are good to go. So for those who are new to the practice, what you need is of course a yoga mat, but if you don't have a yoga mat, any banig or perhaps a space, just a space that you have. I am here in my room right now. Just make sure that you have a proper ventilation as well when you have when you start the class. So we will be having a very short class, and most are seated poses. But these seated poses, we will be taking the hold of the class or the pose for about 2 minutes or 3 minutes. I will be um, telling you that it's time to change the pose. Okay, so you will hear this, and then we will be changing the pose. So for the start, I would like to ask everyone, for those who are joining with me, go to a place and comfortable space that you have. If you are sitting on a chair, that's also very good because your spine is aligned when you're sitting on your chair. And then if you are sitting also on the floor, I also ask you, if you're not comfortable sitting long, you can put a caution like I have a block with me, or if you have a book or perhaps a pillow or perhaps a blanket. And then if you have also a wall like this one, you can sit on the wall. Or you can, pwede mo dito sa wall maging mag ano lang, mag standing. So for that, I would like to ask you now to go to your most comfortable any cross-legged position. If the cross-legged position is hard for you, just try to make sure that you're sitting comfortably, and try to find that space within you. Start to move your body. You can close your eyes if you like, or you can slowly open or close, but I ask you to close your eyes and just make sure that you are really sitting comfortably. And I ask you now to start to breathe in and out. Remember that the class is about mindfulness. It's paying attention to every detail. So right now we are paying attention to our breath, paying attention to any sensations that you can feel. Perhaps you have a bad shoulder, or your knees, your hips, whatever that feeling is, that is all valid. Just take your time in this. We'll stay here for a few cycles of breath. You can put your hands into your lap, either palms facing down or palms facing up, opening up your chest. You can gaze to your nose, gaze to the tip of your nose, or perhaps just gaze down. Or if not, if you're closing your eyes, just really try to listen. Listen inward and really grounding yourself. Stay here for a few cycles of breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Try to really connect. And as we start for this morning, for this short meditation, I ask you to set an intention. Maybe that intention is for yourself, for your family, for the person that you love, or for whatever that intention is that you have right now at the center of your chest. Just really try to focus on that intention and go back to your breath. Go on. Last few cycles. Breathe in and out. Remember that we are doing a mindful short meditation for this morning. This is a very good chance for us to reconnect and to find an awareness or whatever that is happening to ourselves internally. Whatever that is, if you feel any emotions, just let it go. Think of it and try to really put your focus onto your breath while you're going in and out, or your breath is going in and out. Continue breathing. Last few cycles. And just allow everything to fade away. Whatever that is that you're thinking, or perhaps whatever that you will be doing later or tomorrow, or whatever the thoughts that's coming in and out of your mind. Just be aware of it. Go on. 2 more cycles of breath. Inhale. Feel your body and exhaling. Release any tension. Release anything that doesn't serve you at the moment. Remember that this is the most important, the present moment that we're here practicing, breathing. We want to foster healing. And if it's your intention about compassion, and I ask you also to lean with kindness as you go in and out, as you breathe in and out. Just go on. Last 2 cycles. Inhale. Exhaling. Breathe in. Inhale. Exhale. And slowly and gently, you can move your body, you can move your shoulders. Try to open up your eyes. I ask you now to put your palms together, the center of your chest. Come into prayer pose. And as we start our practice, we greet one another by saying Namaste. Namaste means I bow to you, I respect you. So we honor everyone who's practicing for this morning, and wherever everyone who's giving time to be mindful as we go through the process for this day. So for the first pose, we'll just move our body a little bit, like shake our shoulders, round in circles or front and back. And then for the first pose, we are in a seated pose. Release your arms up and try to hug like you're hugging a jar. Gaze to your fingertips. And as you open, pop up your chest. Really opening your chest. You can feel that your shoulder blades are touching together. They need to see each other from time to time. They miss each other, of course. And then try to open We're gonna do this for 5 more rounds and then try to hug a jar, imagining yourself hugging a tight jar or a ball. Then open. Synchronize your breathing. Then slowly hug it once again. As if you're hugging and try to really open. And next cycle. Slowly you take your time opening up your chest. Last cycle. Inhale. And then slowly and gently release your hands to your lap, reaching your arms up. And as you reach your arms up, you gaze to your thumbs and also try to ground your sitting bones. But relax your shoulders. And as you reach from here, release your left and we'll do a little twist to the right side. Left side first, sorry. And then slowly come up and twist again to the other side. Opening up your chest, gazing to your shoulder. And then slowly and gently release arms up. Try to reach. And then slowly and gently release, release, release. Check the difference of your body. If you are sweating, that's good. That's a good sweat, and you need that. Because we are so focused with our breath, we don't know that the sweat is coming in and out. So for the first pose of this class, we call this a butterfly. So I ask you to make a diamond shape, feet together. And then from here, well, if you are sitting on a block, you can remove the block or you're still seated in a block. And if not, while your feet are together, grab the sides of your feet and lead with your chest going down. If that is not possible, you can grab a pillow or perhaps a blanket, put it at the center, and then try to release and then head down. If you can go further into the pose, the better. But try to really go deep. This is for your heart and lung meridian. So really go deep, bow down. But remember that this is the time that you need to find your edge. If ever that you feel that you are kind of awkward with this pose, if it's not possible that you go down deep, like your head touches your toes, you can always hold back. Feel free to adjust always. But if ever that you allow gravity to go further and down, let it go. Try to really go with your edge and the boundary of resistance. And of course, as you go forward, lean with kindness. Be kind to your body. Be kind to yourself. In a fast-pacing world, we forget that we are not kind to our body. And that is the first thing that we need to do aside from being kind to others, but we need to be kind to our body, to ourselves. Just really go down, just become still. We'll stay here for about 8 breaths. Inhaling, exhaling. 2, 4, 6. Slowly and gently release, release. Then come back to seated once again. And then this time, we will add another pose. We call this pose eagle hands. So you release your hands, right over left or left over right. And then you bend your elbows. And from here, you do this. If this is not possible, just try to interlace. And once you're here, but still you're making a diamond shape, inhale, lengthen, and try to Curve your spine and then go down. So we added eagle hands and then go deeper and deeper into the pose. This is good for your heart, for your lungs. The more that you go deep, the more that you can feel the benefits of this pose. Inhale, exhaling. Whenever your thoughts are wandering, come back to your breath. Going back to your body as well. Force your intention. Inhaling. Exhale. Last 2 cycles. Breathe in. And then slowly and gently come up. Then you release your hands. Then you can shake your hands. Take it to the side. I know you can feel any sensations. And then from that pose, you release your feet first. You hug your knees to your chest. And then you can do a windshield wiper. Because you can feel that on your hips. So you can just release any tension. Inhaling. Exhale. While your hands are back, you can open up your chest. Last cycle. Come back to hugging up your knees. Then let's go back to butterfly, but this time, if you did right side a while ago, we will do the left side. So left over right this time in eagle hands. Inhale first and then try to go down, round down, and stay in at 8 breaths. Inhaling, exhale. And as you go from this pose, try to really go deep. You can close your eyes. You let your breath surrender and allow yourself to really go deep into this experience. I ask you now to allow your mind to release. Remember that you are in the present moment and not the past is not important. Just continue to allow your mind to become more spacious. And then take a last few breaths from here. And then slowly and gently come up. And you release your hands and then shake, shake. And of course, you will do windshield wiper once again. Inhaling. Exhale. Then for the next pose, I ask you to kneel down. So you kneel down. And from kneeling down, we call this pose as a toe stretch. So you are curling up your toes. You're sitting on your ankle. Your spine is straight and you put your hands on your lap. This is a bit challenging because the more that you stretch your feet, the more this is good for your liver and for your kidney as well. And this is good for detox. So sit comfortably. If ever that you feel any pain on your knees, you can put a pillow because some of us are having some problems with knees. And then you put the pillow here, or you can put the pillow onto your sitting bones, opening up your chest as well, and stay here for a few cycles of breath. Then close your eyes and breathe. Stay there. Inhaling. Exhale. Enjoy this pose. I know it's a bit challenging. I can feel it now. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last 2 cycles. And then slowly and gently release. Release your toes. And then tap your toes. And then come out. And for the next pose, it's still kneeling pose, but this time you release your toes and you just sit. Some of us, this is quite challenging, but you can put the pillow and then just sit. Put your hands into your lap and release. So we call this pose hero pose or Vadrasana. You sit on your ankle and we'll stay here for about 8 breaths. You close your eyes, you gaze to your nose, or you gaze down, your choice. But as you move from here, make sure to open your chest so that your spine is straight, or you can gaze in one direction. Opening your chest, inhaling, exhaling, 2, 3. Just continue with this. Remember, I ask you to find your edge, become still, surrender to time. So just really release. I know this is a bit stressful for others, but if you're capable for this pose, go on. Inhaling, exhaling, releasing any tension. Last few cycles of breath. Inhale. Breathe in and out. Then slowly release from the pose. Release your arms up and try to interlace your fingers and then try to push the ceiling or imagining you're pushing the ceiling. Then you release. And then as you release, you interlace your hands at your back so that your chest will pop up. And then slowly from here, go down. Feel free to make adjustment. If your head cannot touch the floor, that's all right. You can go halfway. And then slowly and gently release. And release once more. Put your hands in prayer, inhaling. So try to recover from the pose. Then if you want to adjust, feel free to adjust first. Then from here, stretch your arms to the side. Then bend your right elbow. Then you grab it with the left. So we call this a cow face. And if it's not touching, if your fingertips are not touching, it's like this. It's okay, but if it's touching, you go from here. And then when you stay in this pose, I ask you to try to go down up to your limit. But if it's not, kung dili kaya, okay lang. Just stay here and gaze in one direction. Inhaling, exhaling, breathe in, breathe out. Last 2 cycles. And slowly and gently release. Stretch your arms, bend your left, and then try to grab it with the right. And if it's not, remember that if your left and right is not reaching, that's okay because our left and right is different. So with that, you can stay in the pose, or if you have a belt, you put the belt to support, then you go to the pose. So the belt will be your assistant. So the belt is your best friend. You can do this because the shoulder blades are tight. And I know that you're sitting always and then you're not, the shoulders are really tight. We need to open up our heart. And then slowly and gently release. Release first, arms up. And try to release. Adjust and sit. Then you sit, as you sit, try to straighten up your both legs. We come to a forward fold, or we call this Paschimottanasana in yoga. So you straighten your both legs, then you put your hands beside your legs. Then you gaze to the tip of your nose. Make sure that your toes are pointing to the ceiling and then stay here. Remember to be mindful of your body. If you feel that there's sensation, it's okay also to micro bend your knees. If dili siya mas straight, okay lang. If not, try to straighten it out. Then try to relax. We'll begin and breathe in, breathe out. So before we go to the forward fold, we start from here for Dandasana first. Slowly arms up and try to reach wherever you are. You can try to grab your big toes, bending your knees, grab the sides of your feet, or if not, use again the belt and stay here. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Inhaling, exhaling. If you want to go a deep stretch, try to go deeper, but lead with your chest forward. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhaling, exhaling. And then slowly and gently release, and release, and release. And I ask you once again to go to butterfly pose, or you can just cross your legs, go back to the first part. Then from this position, we will be doing a meditation for about a few minutes. And then if you have a pillow as well, you can put it onto your sitting bones. So we go back to the first position and try to really recover. Close your eyes and put your hands to your lap, either palms facing down or palms up. Then close your eyes, checking your body, breathing comfortably. Inhaling, exhaling. Remember about your intention of your practice. This may be short, but the benefits that you've encountered during each process are very, very good for you. Inhale, exhaling. Just take your time to be aware of your body. Be mindful of your thoughts, whatever you're thinking. Be mindful of the sensation that you can feel right now. If you're sweating, just allow your sweat to drip. And then be mindful also of your breath. So we are practicing mindfulness. We pay attention to the parts that we need. Just really go into that pose. Just try to really breathe in and out. Just sit here. If you feel any sensations, you can always move a little bit, but just continue in your silence and your stillness. A while ago, I ask you to find your edge and gently lean to your kindness. And also, I ask you to be still in the pose. The poses are familiar, but I also ask you to surrender to time. That means we need to be mindful that we are taking time to be with ourselves for this less than an hour practice. But the practice itself is more beneficial because we have 24 hours and we have an hour to give time for ourselves. If you feel anything right now, any emotions coming out, just be aware of it. Paying attention and being mindful every day is very, very important, especially at these trying times. We really need to take moment to really go inward and find that sense of gratitude to ourselves, or simply find that introspection. I know that some of the poses a while ago are quite intense for others, but the more that you practice that, the more you can really go into the pose. I will stay here for a little cycle of breaths. We're down to our finishing pose. Stay there. Just go on with your breath. Go on being mindful with your body, all the parts of your body. Go on being mindful to your thoughts. And try to connect that with the movement that you did a while ago. And then slowly and gently move your legs, move your knees. And I ask you to come into a yogi squat. This is very, very familiar. So what you need to do, if this is not really comfortable, you can put a blanket or a pillow as well. Then put your hands at the center. Insert your elbow into your knees. We call this malasana or yogic squat. Really try to focus on opening up your chest while also grounding your sitting bones. You can always lift your heels or heels to the floor, your choice. As I've said a while ago, that we need to find that sense of gratitude, that introspection. While we are in this garland pose or yogic squat, we can feel the benefits of the pose because we open up our hips. And we need this, especially if you're working too much, sitting more than few hours. Then try to do this, really opening up your chest. You can feel any sensations while you stay into the pose. Stay here for a little while. Stay there, breathe in and out. This is the time for us that we can really go inward, finding that silence within us. Go on. The more that you go into your breathing, the more that you can feel. Keep breathing. And slowly and gently release from the pose. That was quite an intense pose. And you sit once again. Of course, the windshield wiper. Inhale. If you can feel some snaps, that's okay. Then try to go to seated once again. Your choice if you want to stretch your legs, because you felt a while ago that there was a stretch here. And try to come back to a forward fold first. Stay there for about 5 breaths. Inhaling. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Then slowly and gently as you release, straight your both legs. And I welcome you in lying onto your back and rest. We call this the resting pose. Option for you if you want to rest flat back on your mat or you want to stay seated. And we'll stay here for a little longer for the closing meditation. But make sure also to straighten your spine. You can put your left hand into your heart, your right hand into your belly. Just go on. Stay here for about 5 to 10 minutes. Just really honoring ourselves, honoring our body. Close your eyes. Breathe in. Just rest. Go back to yourselves. You're home and you are in the place that you exist. Find that stillness. Inhaling. Exhale. Keep breathing. Inhale. Few more cycles. If you want to go to sleep while you're into this pose, that's all right as well. But if you are just aware of your body, of your thoughts, just go on to inhale, exhaling. Take your time, enjoying your breath, enjoying the silence. Breathe in, soft and easy. As you continue breathing, you can feel your heartbeat, your belly is rising and falls. And if your thoughts are going somewhere, just let it go. Try to go back to this present moment that you're here practicing with me. You are safe. And also remind yourself that you are loved. Tell that positive affirmation, your abundance, your healing, You are protecting your joy. You are brave. You are grounded. And you share your love to the world. Just imagining yourself, there's a color glowing inside your heart, going outside your body, going outside your room, going outside wherever you are, if you are in your barangay or going outside in your place, transcending to the world. You are connecting to everyone. And as we go back to that mindfulness practice, just go on, continue, inhaling, keep breathing. Remember that sense of gratitude, that compassion, that kindness that we need. We are into this introspection as we go deep into our practice. Go on. And slowly and gently open up your eyes. Put your palms together in prayer, honoring everyone who's practicing today. And as we end our practice, let's remind everyone to use your voice for kindness, your ears for compassion, your hands in helping others, your mind for truth, and of course, your heart with so much love. Thank you for allowing me to guide you for this morning. The light in me bows down the divine light in each one of you. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. So for those who practice with me, thank you in behalf of Chakra Yoga, and also thank you Hakbang Hackathon for having us. And you can follow on our Facebook page and Instagram, Chakra Yoga Studio. We are offering free classes, and we hope to see you in our classes. And also, try to you can join tomorrow. We have a vinyasa class, and there's another class on Sunday and then on the 29th. So before the start of the hackathon, we'll be having a mindfulness practice or a yoga practice. So we hope to see you, and I'll be turning over to our host, Owen. Thank you so much. And thank you, Hakbang, for having us. Namaste.
Namaste, and thank you so much, our yoga teacher, Stephen Kelasio. Thank you so much for that wonderful mindfulness session for this morning. So salamat gid kaayo. And of course, naapat tayo yoga sessions tomorrow and the next days until Monday. So again, Om. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we will have more, no? Daghan pa gid kayo tag mga daghan pa kayo tag mga learnings, mga activities, mga events today. So ladies and gentlemen, guys, stick around for more. We will be back.